we cannot plan the future using the same ideas from the past or even the present. We need to consider the new technology, the exponential growth of the technology. We cannot assume or pretend that the world will keep moving at the same pace of the last 10 years. I'm going to talk about innovation. This is Toastmaster. Fellow members and distinguished guests, I get information from this magazine, Forbes, and in 2000, in the year 2000, you remember this company, Blockbuster? In the year 2000, they had the opportunity to acquire Netflix for $10 million. And guess what? They decided to keep going the same stores at the corner and rent movies that way, while Netflix was doing mailing, but they didn't believe in the future. They didn't buy the idea in the technology in the future. So 10 years later, they bankruptcy. They went Chapter 11. And guess what happened? Regarding to NBC, Netflix is today $110 billion company. What that means? That these CEOs think about the future. They use the exponential growth of the technology. So it's what they prepare for to be successful. Even now, Netflix is streaming movies, is producing movies. Another good example of how the technology catch. Do you remember this? Kodak Eastman from that source. 1975, first digital camera, 0.01 megapixels. Today, Amazon.com, you can get a Sony camera, digital camera, 20.1 megapixels. It's 2,000 more resolution. But see this comparison, this is interesting. 2 kilograms to 127 grams. What that means, we'll have a reduction for 93.5%. What about the cost? $1,000 this first digital camera. Now you pay $83 in Amazon.com for that camera. And what is the reduction? It's 90.7. I have another good example, but someone told me one time, hey, this is a camera for the future. And I say, no, this is a camera for the present. We don't know yet what's coming. Another good example is probably, you remember this, coming from IBM. This is the Model 305, first computer with a hard drive, 5 megabytes in the hard drive. Just to give you an idea, 5 megabytes is equivalent, as perspective, to selfies from your mobile phone. Today, from Amazon.com, you can buy a SanDisk Ultra, which is a micro SD that is the size of the nail. And guess what? 5 versus 2. 40,000 times more capacity. What is happening in the weight? 1 ton versus 4.5 grams. So to move that CPU, what you need, a truck or a plane. To move a nail SD card, you don't need, just put it in your pocket, right? What about the cost? Well, there is no comparison. I tried to get the percentage of reduction on that. It is pretty much 100%. There's no enough nines to go with the reduction. But what about the cost? $100,000. $100,000 from the first computer at IBM, 1956. Now you pay $66 for that in Amazon.com. What is happening here? If you can see this, this is a market disruption. And this is what many companies fail because they don't understand the market disruption. That's why they need to plan for the future. Those CEOs that keep using old ideas are going to fail. They need to use new future ideas and go with the growing in the technology. I have another good example, microwaves. And I'm not talking about the microwave at home, I'm talking about the microwaves. When we talk about the cellular, probably you know this from Motorola, the engineers created the first mobile phone in 1973. 10 years later, they developed the network. In 1983, they have the first cellular network. You know how much they invest? $100 million. And the first mobile phone or cellular was 2 kilograms weight, and you have to carry it, and also with a handset that it was wired. That is a good example. Also, talking about microwaves, probably you know about this. You have one of these at home. This is remote control, right? It is infrared, the way they use it to move your TV. But what happened? This was invented in 1950 by Zenith Technologies. And it was first used by sonic tones, just to move channels and volume. Then we jump to Wi-Fi. You know what is Wi-Fi? It was first hi-fi, and it's not to do this. It's hi-fi, it's high fidelity. And now Wi-Fi is wireless fidelity. In 1991, CNR and AT&T started using this technology for the cashier system. But it took several years, up to 97, to convert that in protocol. And then 1999, it was accepted formally as a protocol. And then we come with this. Probably you are familiar with this too, Bluetooth. And what happened with Bluetooth? The Bluetooth was the reunion of many companies, technology companies, that decided to join to become, with this protocol, Bluetooth in 1998. It was Nokia, Toshiba, Samsung, and so many other companies. And well, you use all this technology at home, right? You have at home now wireless, Wi-Fi, you have cellular phones, you have Bluetooth, you have air. So you have all kinds of technology at home. So that makes it easier. Who can believe that? And again, we got a new thing here, the cloud. The cloud was brought to the market in 2005 by Box, following by Dropbox. The idea for the cloud was first to put files online and then you can share for business purposes. But then they realized that was a huge market. And what happened now? You don't have to worry about your information. Why? Because you have it already there. Everything is in the cloud. In conclusion, we need to plan our future using the exponential growth of the technology. Have you ever think about if you are going to catch up with the technology? My friends, this is innovation.